Hello, welcome to round 5 here. We've got a pretty good hand, keep it. And let's see if Jono Miser is here, and so they are. Curving right out here, just about. Missing our 2-drop, but we have something to do on turn 2 anyway. A little awkward. I guess we get black here. And we can wait until their turn, maybe scare them a bit. Yep, so get black. Manolith will help whatever we need to do. We might want a creature in play first, so we can use Scrapper and the cartouche on it. And there's nothing special we need at 5 mana, so this is just better for now. We can use Manolith to ramp from like 5 to 7 mana on this board. They can't really attack. Bluffs gets a desert in there, and cartouche means not only are we killing a creature, but we're gaining some life. And they can't really block this. So, should we exert here? It's likely they have some removal. That's a 10-point life swing. And if we don't exert, it might just not work out as well. You know, I'm going to exert. It's a bit weird, but we're missing out on a few damage if they don't deal with it. It gives them more time to deal with it. But that extra 2 life might come in handy. Interesting. So I wonder if they had the puncturing blow and didn't use it. If they just have nothing here. Really hard to tell. Impossible to tell. Well, one thing that's unlikely they can interact with this is our Manolith. And then if we do need to slam Chaos Maw down, we won't be killing our own Aven. So we're certainly winning on board now. We don't need to sacrifice too much of that position to a Wrath effect. And they seem to not want to play out small creatures for whatever reason, so they might be holding back that Wrath. There's an Archer. So who knows what this means. We could even run out Chaos Maw first thing. This thing has Menace anyways, it doesn't matter here. No need to exert this time. I thought we were doing something a bit tricky. Turns out they might just not have anything. And do we give them one more turn? Let's give them another turn here. If they commit one more creature, or I don't know, something. Life total's pretty healthy. They might have a Sand Strangler in hand, they're just waiting for that desert, but our guy's a healthy enough size to survive even his blast. Flametongue Kavu would get him. That card is just busted. Was that Plane Shift, Flametongue Kavu? One of those things. Invasion maybe. But regardless, if they remastered that set, it would come down and be a mythic rare. Alright, this is probably good enough. Let's get our hit in first, and then sweep the board. Sweep the leg. Yes, sensei. You know, clean 4 for 1 here if it goes off. And Hour of Devastation does not kill Chaos Maw. They'd have to do Bantu's Last Word. Then they get their own 3 for 1. be, of all the cards I can think of, that would be the worst for us right here. Wantu's Last Reckoning, something like that. Wander in Death, not as scary. They get to play a couple creatures. Little do they know, we can just puncture one of them. And then they have to chump the other. On the other hand, let's just do business as usual here. Assuming the plan is to double block the Scrapper. Right, they could chump this anyway. Then we want to exert it to gain more life. Maybe they want their creature alive. And that works too. Alright, we're still so far ahead. Here's where they wrath the board, I guess. Since they can't survive our next attack, except with another chump blocker. That's the wrath, that's Hour of Devastation. And they might have one -1/-1 counter here, Blur of Blades. Or 3 damage. Good deal. Good deal. That's not going to do it. Let's not give away that we have open fire. I mean, we can do that in response to anything. Maybe they'll just concede to the Aven. They have one draw step here and Hellbent, so yeah. Okay, good game 1. They have a few 1 toughness things. They have Hour, which does get past our indestructible horses unless we can pump them somehow. Pump across the board. Black-red. So Gideon's Defeat is not in it. Life goes on, not after Hazoret's, or not after Hour of Devastation, that's for sure. Hostile Desert. You know, I kind of want to do Hostile Desert. Call me crazy, but especially after a Wrath effect, it just gives us a way to claw in for more damage, and we have a bunch of cycling deserts and even a Haship Oasis. We're on the draw, so we should have enough red here to get by. Man lands or creature lands, they're known for their resiliency versus sorcery speed wrath effects. And this is kind of like that. Good hand. Kind of. Need to draw some deserts. Even a hostile desert would be welcome here. Colorful hand. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. Let's get our friendly wall into play. Prevents a damage. Maybe eats an ambuscade. Not an ambuscade, an abrade. Same kind of word there. And it has summoning sickness, so we can get a turn here where start doing some damage. But now we have to cycle. Yeah, good draw. Let the Eternal, well, which Eternal? Let the Merciless Eternal hit us. Because they could do 2 to us and discard a card to kill our wall. And that is just too good for them. So we'll take 3 here, I expect. 5 max. Maybe exile the Eternal next turn. We do have the red. Bam, and then if we draw any land, keeps getting better and better. I don't know what to exile, actually. Maybe Merciless Eternal, partly because of the Afflict. Yeah. I mean, we're not guaranteed to be in great shape here. We're still taking 3 a turn. Or even 5 this turn. Just a bunch of tiny creatures and stuff to support it. I guess. But here we have a good blocker for the Kenra Eternal, and I guess a pretty good blocker for the Thorned Moloch. Just don't want to see a Braid. Like, if we keep dodging removal, that's the best case for us. But as soon as we draw that 5th land, we've got Hour of Promise into Chaos Maw, which absolutely crushes their board. And they're cycling a desert, so that's a really good sign for us. Ruin Rat, also a good sign for us. And they can't even attack. Nice. Yes. So we need a white source if we can get it. And let's see. Painted Bluffs is usually a good bet. But at this point, I think we can just get like a Plains and a Desert of the Glorified. It doesn't give us access to double white, so maybe we're better off going Plains Painted Bluffs. That gives us double green for the Oasis. Yeah, good. Since we had 2 deserts in play, we get to get a basic there, which is nice in case we draw the white desert later. Still like leaving all our creatures back because I'm a little afraid of removal here. And they've got more than we can block as it is. I think they'll come in here. And they're doing it. So yeah, wall on the Moloch, double block Kenra Scrapper, and then block Eternal with our Scrapper. So we're netting 2 damage here, losing both zombies. Do they have pre-block nonsense? We're completely tapped out, so I'm not sure what they would do now that's better than doing it first main. Thinking, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of over. They'd have to have something great, like Glorybringer might mess us up a bit. Next turn. Not even that, though. I think we beat Glorybringer here. Take 2. Kill a bunch of their stuff. All right. Well, if we kill the ruin rat, they get our attendant. It's not so bad. We might get away with an obelisk spider here. Then we can, I don't know. Like, I don't think we need to use Chaos Maw at this point. We're just playing all the colors. Don't worry about it. All right. Still a bit creepy. Maybe Chaos Maw is better there. Even Cartouche of Ambition's interesting, but that's what makes Obelisk Spider better too. Oh gosh. They could have pointed that at the Scrapper if we did that before. They're just trying to see if they can finish us off here. They might have a 6 damage spell in their hand, so we really need to use Cartouche this turn to get out of range. What if they have another open fire? To some extent, oh, Swamp was a great draw. To some extent, we can play around this. Here's what we do. We pump up our spider. We're not going to have enough left over. Let's see, 3 left over. Shoot, not red. I see what it did. It added green from our green. So 2 green plus this plus that. We won't have enough left over for desert for sure. So we pump up our obelisk spider. Or maybe the Scrapper. Yeah, let's get a bit greedy and then sack the hostile desert. A weird one to sack there, but I think it's fine. Put the Cartouche right on the Scrapper, because now there's no removal spell except a rare black one that deals with it. Let's get the Ruin Rat smaller. And fair enough, they can steal our thing, but they are running out of outs. And we can even attack with both. If they have some kind of weird pump spell, they could try to kill the spider, but it's not the end of the world. And this way they go to very low, and we go back up to a reasonable life total. I guess the point of pumping first there is... God. Is so they don't have another open fire to screw us over, or even another 4 damage spell. But we dodged all of that. We'd actually rather them kill the Sunmare than the Aven. They're both lethal. And then maybe next turn we gain life. So Sunmare doesn't win next turn versus some things, but it's a safer play. We're at 15 life. And if they play some kind of 10-10 creature on the ground, then I don't know. The Aven's more important to us. Alright, so did we do it here? We didn't even need Chaos Maw this time because we traded off enough and Hour of Promise was good enough. Hour of Promise versus Hour of Devastation. They might have some options here. I mean, they could play Puncturing Blow and make a semblance of a comeback. Then they instantly lose to a pump spell. We've got 3 mana open for potential tricks. Or they might just be, you know, waiting out the time because, no, they've got it. Wander in Death to return Ruin Rat. That'll do it. Puncturing Blow off the top just to end this while they're tapped out. Cool. At 5-0, we need to win one of the next 2 to guarantee top 8. And that's a good spot to be in. We'll do our best.